Welcome back, guys, to another coach's interview. It's me again, Trent, also known as LaxLime, and today we have an interview with the Washington Shedskins. Before we get started, I'd just like to remind you guys that the most up-to-date information about the league will be found on Twitter, also this channel, so make sure you do follow and subscribe. So, say hi.
Good day, mates. My name is Jay, the SV DragonKnights, coach of the Washington Shedskins, and my throat is as dry as a dead dingo's donga.
You know what? That was not that bad. That was not that bad. Like, talking about accents, do I really sound that Australian?
Not as strong as that.
No.
It's really cool. I like the Australian accent.
It's a bit I guess where I'm from, it's a little bit more Australian than other places. Like I'm about an hour away from Steve Owen's zoo, actually, so where he grew up. But I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
No, I like it.
There's like millions of accents in England, isn't there?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's crazy because like Jack, Jordan, completely different. And I like listening to Jack because he's the proper stereotypical British, like he knows the Queen or something.
Yeah,
it's really good. But yeah,
it's super strange because like it's not even really big.
It's a small place.
And there's just such a change depending on like what town you're in, basically.
Yeah, just an hour away from here, and they sound completely different. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know what it's like. I think I live in Queensland, which is the sort of north east, and everyone says we sound more Australian than a lot of other states, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, if you go down a little bit west, like they do get a little bit more, posh and proper. But I don't actually really notice the difference because I've only ever lived in Queensland.
Yeah.
We always get, when people do come up to Queensland, they always say that we end sentences in but. So we'd be like, oh, nice cafe, but it doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. Well, yeah, it's weird because when you do meet someone from a different state, when you say but at an end of a sentence, they're like waiting for you to continue talking.
Yeah.
It's like, we've actually stopped. That's it.
I mean, the MPL's quite diverse, really.
It is. Even going from interview with Miami Dom fans this morning, and then Bizer, it was like, well, that's an English accent, and then a really American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works. But well, I guess tell me about yourself.
Right. So I started playing Pokemon's Gen 1. And funnily enough, it was just my 10th birthday, actually. And I got some birthday money. And I went out and bought red, blue, and yellow all together. And it came to about £76, I think. And I had £80 birthday money. And I gave Ash, my little brother, red. And I think I started blue first. So we had yellow, but I think I started blue first. And we've played all the generations together, really. I mean, I've not played as much recently because I've only got to the 3rd badge in Horus. so I've not even completed Horus yet.
That's hard sometimes.
It's kind of hard to play, as you grow up. It's not the same as when you were a kid.
No, because it's the story mode is made for kids, really.
Yeah.
So
it's very basic.
You just want to get through it and just so you can get into the competitive battling or do whatever else you need to do. But it's funny because I did start playing, because my brother gave me games, so there's a very good connection there.
Yeah.
But I played Blue too, and I feel really old thinking about it because didn't they have the 20th anniversary of Pokemon not even that long ago?
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I know. It's just getting old.
It's quite funny being in the league actually, because my experience of competitive battling is just 0. So that's going to be really interesting.
You know what? You'll work it out. It'll be fine. It's fine. Like, I don't think I'm a very good battler as well, but you know, I do it, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
What made you want to join then? If you don't have any competitive battle experience, or did you just like get forced by your brother?
Yeah, I got I'm being held hostage and forced to play.
Yeah, tied down.
Away in the room. But no, Ash was in the PBL, I think it was the league before.
Oh, yep.
Actually, I did actually help him with sets. Like we for Hank the Pidgey, I think his battle was, and we spent like the whole day. And then I worked out that he could use Mega Venusaur in a way that no matter what Hank brought, Ash would have the advantage. And we didn't want his Aerodactyl to be like choice banded or something, but we could still take it. And if we use Giga Drain, we could kill him in 2 hits and get the health back and stuff.
Yep, just vibe.
I mean, I've chose Mega Venusaur as well.
Which is a good pick. It's a very good pick.
Yeah, I was thinking Mega Sableye. I mean, I had the 4th pig in the Mega. But it's bulky and it's offensive, so... And I mean, I've seen it used a lot before because of Ash, so... It's very pretty much why I picked it.
It's a rude Pokemon. I wouldn't pick it just for the sake of everybody else. Just so I'd feel like a jerk using it.
Because I did want it for the bulk, but the only problem is that it's only a 1 year, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I've kind of picked offensive for my 3 years, and obviously I won't get my Mega. They're going to lose it after the end of the season, so that wasn't thought out too well.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Do you guys live in the same house, you and your brother?
Yeah, we do.
Is there a lot of smack talk going on? You know, like, yeah, because you two are up at the first battle, so.
Yeah, I know, it's interesting.
So
it's gonna be like I'll have to let him win me at something. Because I usually beat him at everything else.
So you're normally the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty weird playing him because obviously I don't want to beat him in the first battle because I've never had a battle before, so that'll make him look really bad.
It would, considering he's the one with the YouTube channel and the followers.
Like we play tennis together and everything. And
yeah,
it's very weird playing your little brother.
Yeah,
you almost feel like you're kind of holding back, but you're not really. It's very weird. It's strange.
Well, I'm on the little brother perspective, so I don't really know that.
I think that's completely different. I think he really wants to beat me.
Yeah, I did have that mentality. Like, I've got to win. But
God, your big brother, yeah.
I won on the smarter factor. Like, I'm smarter than him, so he might dispute that, but I'm smarter.
Oh.
Oh gosh, is there anyone else on the league that you're like, oh god, I do not want to battle them? That's going to be horrible for me.
Well, actually, if you look at my first 4 games, it's Ash, my little brother. Then I've got Trip, who's in my division. Then I've got Jordan, Jardy boy. Sorry, I know Jarda. He's a good friend. And he made it to the semis in his other league, in the PBL, so that's going to be tough. And then I've got Trip again. So I've got, against the same division rival in the first 4 games, I've got Ash, who both made it to the semis, so that's a possible 0-4 for me. I really need to win against Trip.
What's Trip's team? Can you take it? Like it's.
He's got that Mega Aerodactyl.
Yeah. Well, you got the Venusaur, so you're already prepared for that.
I mean, like my 3rd pick was it Magnezone? I think
4th was Magnezone. Yeah, no, third after your Mega.
My 2nd round. And like loads of people were saying, oh, it's a counter draft, and it kind of was because Trip has Skamora and Baiza, I think, in my division has Scizor, so can trap him with Magnezone.
Well, that's very true. And Magnezone would be very much a threat to some of his team. Like he's got the Gardevoir as well.
Yeah, I mean, I did need a Steel type, but then after that I was thinking, Lucario. fighting type as well.
Yeah.
Thinking like, but because I probably had the biggest trade. I mean, during the draft, there was a huge play by Jordan.
Yeah.
He said he needed Arcanine, and he was after Euphoric, Greg, and then we found out after that Greg was going to draft Arcanine. So Jordy switched before Greg, and then he picked Arcanine in the 5th round, and Euphoric had to settle for Volcarona. So I suppose it's not really settling, but yeah, Greg said he was going to pick Arcanine, so that was a really big play in the draft.
Yeah, Volcarona isn't really like Arcanine is better. It does have like Volcarona is it's got one job and that's it. It's Arcanine has more than one job.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem. But like, let's go over your team, I guess. Like, why did you pick? Like, not giving too much away, obviously, because all the coaches are probably going to be watching this, so you don't want to give too much. But you know, what made you pick some of the Pokemon? Because you've got some very interesting, like you've got some very threatening Pokemon, but then yet again you've got some probably interesting picks like the Dust Noir and the Typhlosion as well.
Yeah, so if I start with the trade, before the draft, everyone was talking about, oh, there's going to be a lack of OU Pokemon and things because this is a 16-team league, and I think maybe the GBA was 8 league, I'm not sure, but the PBL was 8 teams. And because there was a lot of talk about the lack of power that's going to be able to be picked by people, so I thought the 1st round and 2nd round picks are going to be really valuable. So that's why I wanted to make the trade and get another 1st round pick. So I traded my 4th, 5th and 6th for Greg's 1st. And then during the draft people were going, oh, look at the DragonKnights, he's got so much power. But if you look at it now, all I really gained was the Keldeo in round 1. Yeah. And it could have possibly still been there, but what I really wanted to do was I wanted Excadrill. Jordy took that with his 1st pick though. Because I had an early 2nd round pick. I was going to combine it with like T-Tar and get that Sandrush Excadrill.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's what I kind of wanted.
But that didn't work out.
Because I missed 60 picks, I think, by 4th, 5th and 6th round. So, I mean, there was so much power left. I could have had things like Slowbro and Moongus, Regenerator, and I missed out on so many Pokemon there that a Keldeo, it's not really worth it looking at it now. But like you say, it's still a threatening team. So I had the 1st pick in the draft in normal. So I'm thinking Lando T, all that power. He's possible Stealth Rock as well. But I do like the look of Wanderous now. I'm looking at it. Ash's got that.
Yeah, it's definitely a good pick.
My 2nd pick in the 1st round with Keldeo. I just wanted, it can be scarfed and spexed and just have special attacks. He is really powerful. So really I was going for offensive threats first. And then by time of round 2, that was based on my division's picks. So things I could counter them with. So Magnezone was there. Also it can Volt Switch.
Yeah, that's very true. It's just, I really like Magnezone. I think it's a great Pokemon. Like if you can get it going right, like it is a very threatening, and it's got a lot of coverage for a lot of the major threats in the meta now. So I think it works well. But I've got some strange views about the meta sometimes. So people don't agree with me.
And like in the draft, like people were surprised that some Pokemon were still left, but I had the complete list. I knew everything that was left, but because I was looking at so many Pokemon, like I wanted Excadrill from the spinner, so because I was looking at different types of Pokemon, I kind of thought I already had spinners and stuff because I knew what was left.
Yeah.
And I knew I would possibly pick them and stuff. So my next pick is Latias. That special book, it's offensive as well, and obviously a defogger, so that's my only way up to now to get rid of hazards so far in the 4th round. So I needed that. And this is where I have to wait 60 picks in round 7.
But Cloyster wasn't a bad pick.
Yeah, I mean, that defense base 180, and that can rapid spin. So a way of getting rid of hazards without removing mine.
And like
It sells
multi
spikes.
skill.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a sweeper because I've not really got that many Pokemon that could like Swords Dance set up. I know Wendell T can double dance if he wanted to,
Yeah.
but I haven't got that. Like if I got Lucario, more of an offensive threat. It could nasty plot even Lucario. Could be special. But
Yeah.
that's because I wanted like a potential baton passer as well, like Celebi. But he could be a cleric. He could, he could do anything Celebi. Like if I got a nasty plot to Mega Venusaur.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Game over.
So I was looking at so many Pokemon, but I haven't got a baton passer now, which is disappointing. But I'll have to work with what I've got.
There's always room for trades.
Yeah,
There's always room for trades.
Yeah. I think when we get to week 3, we can drop and then get undrafted Pokemon.
Ah, yeah,
So
okay,
there's always change.
yeah.
So
You do have like the least amount of Pokemon from everybody else.
yeah, compared to Greg, who's
Yeah.
also division, and the yellow division was just trade crazy, really.
It was, yeah.
Bugs traded, Trip traded, I traded, and Greg traded, but it was crazy. Funnily enough, if you look at the base stat with the table average, the yellows is like the highest one up there. It's only base stat average, but it's quite funny. We all ended up there.
You did, yeah.
The only one.
Yeah, Trip is the least.
Yeah, the only one out of the Y conference up there is Ash. He's completely X, and he's third.
Yeah.
weird.
Everyone, the other two reds are sitting at the bottom. So
Yeah, I know. They got the
well,
base stat average exactly. 502.91.
102.
Breton, so
And like, yeah. You know what? I really like Moxie's team. Like, I know it's got a low base stat, but it's a pretty cool team.
yeah, it is only base stat average. It doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, they're still very threatening Pokemon. So I think he's still gonna pull out a fairly good, like that Crawdon, like is a very big threat, and it's hard to deal with.
Definitely.
Like for a lot of things.
So after Cloystar, I picked Cress.
Yep, Cresselia, yep.
I mean, I just feel like I needed some bulk.
It's a very good bulk. It's a very good bulk Pokemon, and it can be used both ways very well.
Yeah, definitely. And then after that, it's Typhlosion, and I noticed I hadn't drafted a fire type. So yeah, that was the reason behind that. I needed a fire type. I did also notice I've not got Fairy, Dark, and Magnezone's my only Steel type. So yeah, I have ended up without a Fairy. I was looking at Carbink. So I got the base defenses of like Registeel. It can Stealth Rock, but I just felt like I needed a fire Pokemon.
Typhlosion is a good choice. I think it's a good choice. It's the offensive pressure from Typhlosion, Eruption, Choice Scarf is enough to make anyone scared, really. You know what? Have you seen a physical Typhlosion run before?
I haven't, no.
It works. It definitely works. And you know why it works? Because everyone expects the Eruption.
Yeah.
So they switch into their special wall, and then you can just absolutely annihilate with the Flare Blitz. I battled someone that was running one once, and I switched into my special wall, and it got O-code. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah,
so it's just Dusk Noir, your last pick.
So some more bulk. The only problem is that if you wanted to use Cress and Dusknoir on the same team, both weak to Ghost, both weak to Dark, it's like ugh. But yeah, I did want bulk. Funnily enough, just Weavile picked Dusclops straight after me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Dusknoir and Dusclops went. I was really thinking about a baton passer there, and I did find out Eepa's pick, which he's picked Venomoth, which is a good baton passer. But I didn't want to steal that off him.
Yeah.
I mean, Scolipede is still undrafted.
Well, really? I would have
Yeah.
thought that it would have been picked up.
It's got with that speed boost and swords dance and things. But I mean, I've only got Lando T that would really. No, Cloyster now. And if I did Typhlosion physical, would want a swords dance. So I mean, I was thinking something like Volbeat, Tail Glow that and pass +3.
You know, Volbeat does actually get tail glow.
Yeah, that's what I mean, +3.
It's just like, you know, it's like my life goal sometimes to pull off a Volbeat sweep.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. It's just too easily killed.
Yeah, I mean, just like I could have like passed a tail glow up to a bulky Mega Venusaur.
Yeah.
Would have been fun.
Because you have like less Pokemon than most other teams, are you a little bit like scared about that? Because you're a little bit more easily counted and like
easy to prepare for, really.
Yeah, so it's sort of
it's
not ideal.
No, not at all, really. I mean, if you're thinking about Greg, how would you prepare for that? That's just you no idea what he's going to bring.
That's right. And you know, like surely he'd have like every single Pokemon would counter one of yours.
Yeah.
So like if he plays smart, then it's probably it could be a pretty easy game for him.
Yeah.
Since you're not a competitive battler at all.
I know. So it does put disadvantage out.
Yeah, you'll learn quickly.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So
Trip's only got one more poke than me, which is interesting.
Yeah, he's got the second least, doesn't he? Yeah. Klefki, yeah. But he's got a pretty good team as well, like a lot of bulk. So that's
yeah, they're the megas in my division. Mega Aerodactyl, Mega T-Tar, Mega Pinsir. Greg's also got T-Tar as well.
The Mega Pinsir will shut down your Venusaur.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a problem. And you know, Landorus T.
I think Mega Pinsir got a lot of kills in the other league.
If you can get it to work, it's a very threatening Pokemon. It like, you know, once it's sets up, it's like I was, you know what I was actually really surprised about is that Mega Heracross didn't get drafted.
Yeah, true. And but wasn't Bowser the 15th pick in the Mega, and he got Mega T-Tar as well in the 15th pick.
It's strange.
It really, because everyone's really specific about what they want, so it was surprising what was left.
Yeah, I would have picked Heracross, Mega Heracross.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't think it's probably the best, but he's a good poke. I like using him.
Because like Eepa had really bad picks, but he's come out with some really good stuff.
He has like. There's a lot of let's find Eepa.
So he's got Mega Latias, Fable, Victina, Garchomp. He'd set up the webs with Garvantualized Umbreon. Oh, Umbreon, Suicune, Lucario, Salamence.
He's got a lot of bulk. He's got a lot of bulk, and he's got a lot of offensive pressure too. And that Diggersby for like the second last pick. It's wow. No, definitely a Pokemon that's not to be taken lightly.
I think he's really happy with that.
Oh, yeah, I would be too. But we probably should wrap this up because it's getting actually in like the 24-minute range. So we're just talking about everyone's picks. But you know what, guys? Thanks for watching. Make sure if you like his team, get on board with the Washington Shedskins, and let's hope that he pulls off some wins and he does really well considering he's limited knowledge and or experience in competitive battling, I should say. So as I said at the start of the video, make sure you do subscribe and follow the Twitter to get the most updated information. But thank you guys for watching. Is there anything you want to say just before we go?
Just, you've got to support them underdogs. We Britons love the underdogs.
So yeah, support the young dogs. It's very true. The Australians love underdogs as well.
Cool.
Right. Right. Catch you guys.